Welcome back to the Current Practitioners of Love and Light. I am Tina. This is To the Inner Wild. Thanks for stopping by. More importantly, thanks for doing the work. In advance as well. Because there's always going to be more work when you engage in the learning process. Or you're just, spinning your gears. I revisited a reading that I did in the car and migrated to YouTube, and I didn't notice until the very end that somebody didn't want to be read. Like, they caught on finally, or whatever. They tried to manipulate the energies, because like my connection was just fine, but I told you that they can manipulate energies, and so that's how it came into play. They left certain parts out. Like, previous to this, like, I know what my angels work in versus what like others work in. So part of it, like pop quiz time, if you want to do like a Q&A based on like your like how you did, like if you want a little bit of a, like, I had to start on the answer key, you're just supposed to use your discernment on the fillers. But those parts, like, I think there was one part that was crucial that I wanted to convey that was clipped out, that Spirit only asked us to do, like, to like omit a certain behavior or whatever for the time being while we're in this growth process, in this in particular, because for that whole TMI range of the story. That was clipped out because it automatically went over to something like, if I want to do, like, everybody knows intuitively what their self-care routine or the extras consist of. So, like, but, like, it completely glazed over the fact that Spirit asked us to do just one thing. And although it's, like, none of other people's business what we choose to do, that's, part of, like, the whole discernment thing. So I just wanted to convey that it wasn't an absolute, like, go, So, anyway. All right. If nobody knows what I'm talking about, or if certain people don't know what I'm talking about, then let it go. Let it go. It's not for you. Okay, angels of love and light, I welcome you in to direct and protect these messages, my space, my chakras, my auras, and that of my viewers and fam. Thanks very, very much. I also welcome you in to I already talked about that. Okay. To divinely intervene as needed. Welcome my besties from the beyond that work in love and light. Who else? Cosmic families of the like, ascended masters of the like, inner children of the like, ancestors. I said ancestors of the like, didn't I? If not, I say it again. Okay. I think that's it. Okay. All right. Okay, we're using the Mary L. Tarot. Gotta get on with my day. I slept for like a good bulk of it because I didn't get any sleep last night for certain reasons. And then, And I think I was starting to get under the weather, like my immune system was compromised by someone else that was in proximity that was like coughing up a storm. Like, that shit needed to be diagnosed, and he had no business like coming on in, and like in the condition that he was, and how many people like he closely interacted with. 4 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, I'm taking Spirit's cup. Yeah, I don't know what phrasing came into my head. What was that? You know what this reminds me of? I never seen it before until now. I mean, as far as like the image that came into, like, the memory and image that came into head. You know those sand water images? It's a framed thing, and it's on like a spinner device, right? So after the sand sinks low, like it and settles in, it creates a new picture. When it's done all settling, it's like an hourglass. Then you turn it right back up, and like it does that whole shimmering effect of like how rain creates the essence, the concept of rain, and the trickle effect brings in so much beauty. How the opportunity, it's like a different kind of kaleidoscope based on like this hourglass type of vibe. So the waiting period can be very beautiful and create a different point of view, and just like you can shake it up. It's like an etch-a-sketch. It's you know, you just let time do its thing in settling in, and you know, turning your world, you know, upside down versus right side up. Like, who's to say what's right side up in that kind of whole rotation? So I think Spirit and like the divine wants us to remember that what our belief system is based on what right side up is like, you gotta give yourself a break sometimes. Oh, why did I put it upside down? I mean, like, it was like covered. No. So, you know, there we are. Oh, yes. Anyone who is not working from their heart chakra in love and light, you know, is not welcome here. So I ask the angels to just escort them back, fortify our boundaries. And if they insist, because we don't control anybody, you know, they still have the essence of divine, you know, their free will. If they insist, then we'll let them learn. Like, we'll put them in separate quarters and let them learn within their own karma, within their own little bubble. It's just going to be packed with lessons that they're going to feel on every level, like greater than a 360. Sometimes I forget that when we come to dimensions, that we're not just talking about a 360 like plane of existence. No, they're going to feel it impactful. Like, this potency is going to reach them in ways that they didn't know that they could receive. We're going to give them with that. It's a collaborative effort. It takes a village. Yes, it does. So it's for their own good. They want to insist and persist and continue to project these energies. Even like the mere nosiness, like if they're coming in with the wrong intent, let them learn, so shall it be done. Get them their dish of karma. Okay. I have to get these two cards too. The Hierophant in reverse and Ace of Swords in reverse. Yeah. If they... These are people that, like, we broke, like, that break the law. Number one. Like, kind of like, it's broken relationships. People that we broke away from because of their extreme efforts to lie. So we're going to mirror that energy within the polarity of these cards, okay, of what they mean, still in reversal. Remember that whole rain effect, okay? So we're going to be creative, solutions-oriented people. We're going to mentor and ground that energy with more of our will. You see, we have that, it's like Hanged Man position. Oh, you know that game Hanged Man where you pick letters and it's like Wheel of Fortune? You kind of create figures of, you know, and you slowly write in the... picture of the stick figure person when it comes to who's being hanged. It's almost like Back to the Future Marty McFly, when instead of disappearing, it's appearing like a portal to the Hanged Man position. So that's the first time I received that. There's a lot of messages coming in, but like you see that it's like scripting within our core DNA system, and there's a key within that we hold. This is Hermes. You know, looking at that, and you know, that trickery is that we can fly out of our situations. That it's you know, we see how far people are going to take things, right? Okay, but we're protected within divine will because we can quickly get out of this situation, not just through sheer intellect for sure, but also like. Our ascended point of view is going to help us fly out of that situation. There's like, there's no real suspension in that, and except the suspense factor, like what's gonna happen. I see 124 on the clock. I don't know what that means, but I'm sure it's meaning something. So within that underworld, within putting that sword in the hilt, we're kind of just like, we'll see what happens. You know that there's an Ace of Swords right there. You know that it's alongside us, and you know we have it within Divine Grace. So Ace of Swords is always going to be Ace of Swords, and there's wisdom that can be found and also granted within this situation. We're just going to let things settle and see how they go. That's the beauty of patience. Yes. Okay. 9 of Wands. Okay. So we could still have our, what do you call it? Stand our ground. You know, where our position is. Just because our gestures shift a little bit doesn't mean that, I feel like I have to get these? I didn't think it was going to be more than one card, but okay. 5 of Cups in reverse, that's excellent. 7 of Cups. 5 of Discs in reverse. Page of Wands in reverse. And then the Death card. Yeah. So this, obviously ancestral, like, it's like emerging from a cocoon. Like their face is coming through the cocoon that we're in. And they're like making themselves known within this growth process. Some people think it's like gross, our transformation. They're like, they're automatically repulsed, and those people are the ones that like are within their own bubble, right? Like, I can't believe that they're living like this or whatever. So anyway, whatever the case may be, we're 5 of Cups. Like we've already mourned our losses, and we're just kind of like, yeah, been there, done that, moving on. Get to celebrate with the 7 of Cups. I get to think about manifestation. Full moon is coming. 5 of Discs in reverse. Yep. So we've done away with the lack mindset. Like 7 of Cups, like the full moon is not like right around the corner. It's, we just got over the new moon, but we know that it's a process. So, the fact that time, can also feel like it, like the patience involved to get to that manifestation, that signifier of things being manifested. We're not going to feel like time is causing a lacking. The waiting period is. So, Page of Wands in reverse. So we're tying up loose ends. We're being productive. We're regaining strength with our immune system in rest. And that's what our reminders, our ancestors remind us. They act as like little memos from spirit to say like, hey, remember me? Remember how you saw me as like so strong, like in my strongest moments. You remember when you saw me at my best moments? It's because I'm doing exactly this, what you're doing on this little trail of thought. I guess it's beautiful. Don't worry. So that's funny. Okay, strength in reverse. Yeah, it's strength training. It's building the resistance, the immune system. And when we say building the resistance, it's I'm hearing remission, because I almost said immune system, so something, remission. So this, we're others work in like strategic subtle forces of darkness. Yeah, like they're gonna situate people who are toxic and what do you call it, contagious around you, to like bring you down. And here they're saying like, give it time. Don't feel like you're in go mode just because it's in the weekend and it's the like last leg of the weekend after a holiday. No, like we're strength training, and part of that is like having your rest days, for your some breathing room for your muscles and your muscle memory. So allow for that. Don't be too hard on yourself. Like there's a lot that can be done around here for sure, but there's no need to add any other stressors. So okay, let's see here. Because that's how the devil gets you. Oh, look, the world just like kind of slid off. Okay. The World card and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. And the page turner here is, okay, it slid onto the Five of Cups, in reverse. And so this, this new gesture and, standing up for, building, boundaries, like standards, like, this is okay. This is built into our self-care system. We're not going to wait till we wait for that last straw to really hurt us. We're going to move on. There's a fluency with how it slid onto there. So it's closing old cycles and it's taking the wheel, but it's in the resting spot. We know when it's nobody's fit to drive right now. So how you take turns in road trips. It's no. If we have to get a motel, if we have to sleep in the car, let's just chill for a second. Or let's, walk around and kind of stretch our limbs out. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. Okay, give me a second. Okay. Where do I put this? Okay. Okay, that's fine. All right. Anything else, Spirit? Is there anything that I need to, that we need to further engage in? Is there anything or missing anything else that you would want to add on to this? Okay, the Sun card and what fell on there, Six of Swords, muted. So finding peace within our own resilience. We know for a fact we can do more. We can do a lot. And there's a lot of happiness that we can bring into this world. A lot of joy, a lot of color, a lot of growth. Therefore, abundance. We're facilitators, okay? Facilitators of growth. But what that means for us is, go with the flow of being under the protection of finding peace and calm. Just because it's a sunny day out doesn't, how do I say it? The sun is completely valid in its own right when it's in its very being. So just recognize that. See, it's the angels are showing us the way that we still are the Sun card even if we're at rest, even when the sun is going down. The sun is magnificent and it's different avenues of just being. So I think the angels are just teaching us that. All of us. That goes for all of us. Mm-hmm. I'm getting hungry. Okay. 9 of Pentacles is pronounced, and then on the top is the Tower. So again, with that whole drip factor, with the essence of rain and the shifting of tides and scenes, that there's abundance that's coming from this world of chaos. Demons are being extricated. So it's we're able to see these things. When we fight fire of destruction with our own fire of being, we're so much more powerful. And there's so much more abundance. It's pronounced. It's not just upright. It's like, everything is channeled and transmuted into abundance. That's just how it is. I mean, it's doing the as above, so below thing, and because of that, it's like what we receive in is automatically, like intuitively guided. Absolutely. So we all become goats. It's justice, the black and the white in the back, the wings. Okay, bottom of the deck is 7 of Swords. So, like, it doesn't detract from the fact that people are always going to be like, why do they have that? Why do they have those gifts? Why do they have so much divine support? And it's like, the divine support is there. It just, are you willing to reciprocate? Are you even receptive to that? Like, are you signaling the world like that you have good intentions? Like, you don't just get shit, So it's all a matter of perspective, They got their own growing to do, And it's funny because it's like they can't look away from us. Number one, because we're the fucking sun. But like, our impact is seen everywhere, not just if you like land eyes, directly on us or on our path. Like, it's something that they kind of can't escape. They're kind of intertwined within our own healing, Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, it wanted to separate itself. Yep. These are definitely people who work with an extreme manipulation. So we can say that they are gifted, but obviously they're not using their power for how do I say it? For the highest good. They aren't. So when they have all these questions, like, why do they get all of these things? Like, I'm gifted too. Like, it's the sun is in the background. Oh my gosh, I told you. Yeah, like, they can't escape us. Just like, we're all over the place. Our energy is all over the place. Our impact, when they visit, let's say, like, our readings or the type of work that we do, and then they try to go on their own way, they see that the impact that you have, like, on an extreme level, because other people are talking about the same thing now. Like, we're trending. Like, whatever we've channeled in is trending, and it's undeniable. Like, it resonates with, I feel like, yeah, it resonates with so many. And that's even, like, passive. And, like, the fact that they've tried to work on a subtle level within this passive aggressiveness, but we're showing them, like, we're fucking pros at doing that, because this whole passive aggressive, like, influence that we have, we don't even know it until, like, they're obviously showing us, so it's I don't know. I see that, like, that swivel on the top that's supposed to be infinite, that, it reminds me of, like, Charlie Brown, whenever, like, he gets, like, frustrated. It's like, good grief, that's what I'm getting. And, we're helping them learn their lessons as well. Kind of cut the deck. King of Pentacles, yeah. It's, we're the goats. Do you see that? We're becoming goats. I said that, didn't I? That this enables us to have that goat energy. So I'm going to put that right on the top, like a header for that, as a reminder. And then the top of the deck is, that was already the Tower card. Well, this allows for it. Like, we're able to see what comes of it. We already know. We've been through enough experiences. This is like a timber. So crazy. Like, you want to come? Let it come. All right. We're prepared for this. Okay, are we doing any more cuts? Oh, there's going to be some layoffs. Yep. The way it was positioned, the way it was worded. Cuts. King of Cups in reverse. People who are within a seat of power. It's making us cut. Oh, Page of Swords. People who are... Oh, snap! Okay. People who are in a position of power that are very inconsiderate of others, because guess what? They don't have the confidence to live out that role. And it's quite obvious, because what are they training? They're training a bunch of like newbies, interns. Like they're showing that they're in command of people who are liars, manipulators, gossipers, bullshitters. The Page of Swords in reverse. Look it up. Definitely. I know within my intuitive power, people like who have a crevice in their heart, like just like a void. I'm waiting for shit to happen. No. When it's in reversal, read up on it, okay? And behind the King of Swords, like, they're both like, you see that there's a tail? Holy smokes, what the heck? No way. That's crazy. There's going to be cuts. There's going to be layoffs. It's obvious. They back each other. It's like a reciprocating type of energy. Like, I'll scratch my back. You'll scratch yours. That's how they even turn on each other. That's insane. No. That's insane. That was like there's gonna be some. It's not about refurbishing here. It's a complete like 360 turnaround. We're talking about, when we talk about rebranding, the King of Discs knows. The King of Pentacles knows. When we talk about discs, it's like throwing, as far as you possibly can at a certain target. Sometimes the target is seeing the distance that you can like land that disc. Yeah. Or the accuracy of shooting, discs in the sky, like in motion. So it's like, we know, that it's going to land where it's supposed to land, because it has that boomerang effect where it will be returned. We know. That's insane. Thanks, Spirit. Okay. I don't know if I'm supposed to do anything more. It's supposed to be a quick energy reading. Okay, so we're doing good right now. You should applaud your efforts within this. What fell on the? Did I just spit on the box? Was an A. Bring in your A game for sure. That's crazy. Okay. Okay. So VGWEBLNLBPSIEAUE. Okay. Oh, my knee's starting to hurt. Oh gosh. Let's just. Excuse me. Okay. I see. No. Never mind. Plain. Both like plains, like fields, and plain, like flying, I see slave. Yeah, there's some that come from a previous, because of that series, a previous, like, the people that are in the bubble, those are, their own bubble anyway. They have a history of like slave ownership, or, within their work, field, the whole slave aspect there. I see bleep, people who cuss here, very emphatic. Bile, somebody who has confidence issues to where they like throw up. What do you call it? Bulimia. Somebody who has bulimia, who has struggled with bulimia, to like in their, I feel like in adult life, I mean, like, it might be in their history. And so, like, the fact that I think they still struggle with that whole mentality. So much so that I think it causes hate instead of pain. There's somebody there that there's somebody there. So what? Pebble. There's a religious type of story about a pebble being stuck, like what unscrupulous means, like how unscrupulous characters have these, they can be an irritant when it comes to, like, if there's a pebble like stuck in your shoe and it's something I don't really remember the whole story but there's something, I have to look that up, but pebble reminds me of unscrupulous, and then that story. Mnemonics, like, very, very deep. Yeah, anecdotal anyway. Level, or levels, plea. Some people have taken the plea bargain. I don't know what that really means. I think it's like a lower sentence, to by saying that you're guilty of certain charges. So some people, like, within their own bubble might have to, like, do that kind of thing. I see views. Maybe we're getting more coverage, like people are really noticing our story. But, like, yeah, I don't feel like that's just spectating. Like, people are genuinely interested because they're actually seeing things kind of unite. They're connecting the dots on that. You know what I promised the angels? I said, do you want me to, like, I was getting certain messages, and it was like a few days ago. I'm like, do you want me to stop looking at the views? Do you want, like, that I'm just curious, but sometimes it becomes habitual. It's like, do you want me to prove that, like, I'm ready and chill? Like, would it be a good practice for us both, for me just to, like, stop looking, like, what is it? Curiosity killed the cat kind of thing. So, on a subtle plane, am I doing myself harm by just, like, looking, being curious? Because if it has any subtle or residual effect that compromises my confidence, it's not good. You know what I mean? Like, you have to examine also what you're, because how everything is attached. Just, I'll let you think from that plane. I don't really need to I see please people begging or needing some manners. Those that are begging for our favor back are needing to learn some manners on our boundaries. On boundaries in general. That's the first lesson. Pebbles. That whole there's another story about, like, an anecdotal, like, kind of lesson learned story where something about, like, you put all of like, there's different sizes of rocks that you're supposed to fit into this jar, and you're like, how are you supposed to do it? And you can't just put it in blindly. It's done with intent. So in order to fit all of these, like, different size and shapes of of stones, you need to put the bigger ones in first, in order to fit all the little ones. Otherwise, you won't have room for the bigger priorities, the things that, you know. So it's supposed to be like a metaphor, story about like your priorities and how the bigger ones, like family, self-fulfillment, those things go in first, and then all the little things go in. So are able to fit in. So there's something about that. There's also an artist, music artist named Pebbles, like way back then. I don't remember what she's saying. I feel like I have to make use of the V and the W before, like, I forget. Okay, so let me see if there's anything else that I see here. And also, when we work with the divine, we can't demand shit, We can ask. So please, goes a long way. There might also be some people pleasers here. Some historically speaking, or current views. Okay. So this is not just on an external level, but also seeing for ourselves, not being so hung up in what other people see, but more so what we do. When it comes to self-reflection, like, it's okay for people to like speak on their views, and it's okay to like give weight to that. But when people are how do I say it, it's most important on how we view ourselves. Like, they can give some tidbits and whatever, but label. Some people are like very, very much like egoic, like really just they live their life based on labels, not just like how they, state things. Like, what is it? Like brands, right? I told you about the whole Louis Vuitton thing, with my last job. Like, those are great and all, but once you use that as like, I'm better than you, it's like, it's funny, like, what is it? Classism. Yeah. Because it's like, they don't like it for the style, really, a bulk of them. It's more so what it's supposed to say to everyone else. And the spirit's like saying, please. That's funny. Okay. Pave. Okay. Or if like you're setting stones, what is that? Pave. The way it's like a yellow brick road, but filled with gems. So that's pave. That type of stone setting anyway. It's not raised, it's just leveled, smoothed out. I don't know. Excuse me. Jeez. Lapels. I'm getting that. I have noob, like a newbie. But like it's a derogatory when you say noob. That's Oh, that's what people think of me. Some, not all, not everybody, but people who do that, like, automatically when judging another person, based on the work that, like, they enjoy doing, it's a very, like, arrogant, I would say. Gave. What else here? I don't know if labels are supposed to be there. Because, like, maybe it's just supposed to bring into awareness, like, be, like, unfazed about it, you know? Like how people label the tower moment, you know, with that whole... but I just feel like there's something more to this. Let me just move that out, okay? I'm gonna let that thing... I have slang. Belong. Oh wait, no, I don't have any O. Lungs. So some of you may need to pay attention more to your lungs. Breathing, exercises, clearing, detoxing. I got that earlier today as far as, like, for me, breathing, like, capacity, like, exercises. Yeah, that's interesting. Bangs. And pangs. Some people are sex addicts, right? Having cravings. Yeah. Some people are very trigger happy, right? Some of you might, have bangs cut. I don't know. I mean, I'm looking at all the ranges here, but I'm getting more like bangs. So anyone, I think, like, wants to go out with a bang, really. Like, they're not just the last hurrah, but more like, I want to make my mark. I want to make my imprint. Like, I want, like, it's to be known, to be seen, to be heard, to make impact. Yeah, I'm getting bangs there. So make it more meaningful is what spelling Spirit is saying. Spirit is saying, spelling that out for us. Make it more meaningful. Yeah. Yeah, bull. There's pull or there's bull. There's something like to be very like, what word am I looking for? Let me see if there's anything else there. I keep getting stubborn in my head. Like, people really, really, like, the elite, the upper crust, are really very, like, stubborn about that part. But, like, underneath that, I still am able to make the same word, but with using the A instead of the V. So, instead of bowl, we have ball. So, like, to have fun with it. Like, people take the joy out of, you know, the work to be done. Why do you need to do the same? So if that's the case, let me see where these two go. I don't know. There's a U and an E left. So maybe views is like not the thing to do. So let me just do beings instead. Like, we need to reorient. Like it feels like I'm having to cater around people, like, living in their own bubble. Like, that's what this reading has, you know, on the tail end is. So, beings. Okay. Okay. The spelling looks wrong, but it's right. Yeah. Phonetically it's right, but, like, the lettering looks wrong. Whatever. Okay. Wage. Plan. Yeah, sometimes just plan on just being. Like, we just prefix this. I also see, I think, value, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's value in itself. We're valuable even without, like, just as we are, okay? Even without the labels. Damn, Spirit knows what's going on. Yeah, we completely, like, transformed this thing. Holy smokes. Yeah, we're valuable without, you know, all the labels of what this means and what that means. That's crazy. Okay. Okay, what else? Bees, like, you know, the ones that pollinate, the ones that bring abundance. VW, someone drives that. So even though that we're cut from the same cloth, and some have like extricate, like we'd have to extricate some of that, there's the ability to mend as well, to sew. Like you reap what you sow. As well. Is that sew, S-O-W? Sew is to mend anyway. But we have regenerative abilities. Bev. Okay. Web, yep. Our ability to mend, to create new homes. Like a spider, their webs are constantly like dismantled, disrupted, whatever, even as they catch their prey. So even like a good sized prey. So it's reconstructing, and the ability to be resilient and all that, being patient. So patience is like a big deal in here. That rest, even in its untraditional forms, and timing, is still valid. Definitely. Let me show you. Oh, goodness. Right there. Right there. Okay. That's it for now. Yeah. At this time, this reading is now officially over. I close all portals that have been opened, and I thank our divine teams of love and light for assisting in this. Yes. Yep. Okay, closing all portals. Thanks so very much. Bye for now.